going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just leave was so special, Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, or Dan here. What about
Welcome, RJ.
First quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Green. Over Irving. Hit some rim on the way.
Hopefully they could sub me in soon, because we need
he's already good at
to
creating
do it already.
for a shot.
9 to 4.
We know he doesn't need much room to get his shot off either.
Now here's Doncic, coming in off a 41-point performance last game out. Doncic is
Luka plays for the Lakers now. Basically, they did a trade with Anthony Davis and Luka, and Davis went to the Lakers. Oh no, Davis went to the Mavericks, and Luka went with the Lakers. They switched them.
To his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. He add in his scoring and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And here's Thompson following Jalen Green's three. And it's Doncic missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here at the Sun. Yeah, the half-and-half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Rockets trail by 6. Green, the pass to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Turkish thunder. Şengün tasting the sauce up top.
Pass to Washington. Back to Irving. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Very surprising that he came away in.
I mentioned exactly who he is. Even though he knows I love him, I don't want to disclose exactly what family member he is.
The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Out of respect for my other viewers, I treat him like I do everyone else that's watching the live.
Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one, but is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA?
Because whenever you do these, you gotta try to be as professional as you can. So that's why I don't. That's why I don't disclose who certain people are if they join my live. Because I know a few. I don't know a few. You know, they come in. Some of them I know, some of them I don't. They might be new. And I just try to keep a professional vibe. So, as I said, Big Sal 97 is a family member of mine, but I'm not going to disclose who he is because that's only for me to know, not TikTok.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to the next game.
Nuggets trail by 3. Green left side.
Okay, we ain't doing too bad now. Hopefully we don't get in too much of a deficit.
Over Washington. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Always the Dallas Mavericks in their last game, a loss to Minnesota. And Thompson kicks to Doncic. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Doncic has got 11 points.
You cannot give Luka any space out beyond the arc because he'll make you pay every time.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka.
And as I mentioned earlier, I'm treating this like an actual NBA game. So how it says simulate to my next appearance, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait till I actually get subbed in, and then that'll be my time to play. And I'm gonna go ahead and skip the timeout because I don't need it. And I'm also gonna see if I can get
eventually get back on track.
Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York, getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when iron's hot. And we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
Yeah, that trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Thompson for three. Hits the three-point bomb.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by it.
Doncic with the bucket.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Outside, Green. Back to Thompson.
Alright, it's about to be my time coming up in a minute.
Thompson can flat.
And it says outperform Fred VanVleet in teammate grade. My current teammate grade is a C and his is a B. So I gotta do my best to get above a B.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks, leading by 5. It's rebounded by Houston, and this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year. Doncic against VanVleet. Şengün with a screen on Thompson to the middle, and Şengün throws it down.
Read the defense and executed. The IQ showing through for Şengün.
Pass to Thompson. Curtis screen on Thompson. And Gafford throws it down.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Dallas leading by 5, and the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the game.
I think 3 of the top, 5-6 players, we got Doncic. You know, we've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And the Mavericks,
here we go, guys. I'm in now. My matchup I'm matching up against Luka.
Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Kyrie Irving. Houston with a big group substitution here.
Let's see if I could do it. I got to do my best to try to get above a B.
He's checked in for Green. And the great subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Now here's Smith. Oh, he just disappeared against San Antonio, and they really needed him. Here's the great. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Rockets leading by 3. And 101 left to play in the first quarter. And a wide open look for Whitmore. And another 3 for Houston.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now. But
what's up, Jay?
It will be.
Pass to Doncic. And they get it. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Sling app on the TV, it doesn't want to connect to the game. So I was just like, fuck it. I can't watch the playoffs. I'm going to just bring basketball to me then. So that's why I'm playing NBA 2K instead of GTA.
Doncic dishes to Dinwiddie. Off target with his 3. Rockets shooting 43% since taking the floor today. Here's the great. Bangs on the trifecta. The great's got 6. Now Dinwiddie pass to Grimes. Here's Lively. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for Houston.
Yep, yeah, I know, man. My dad was pissed because he tried for like 5-10 minutes, and all it kept saying was Sling TV, and it had the little wheel like it does on GTA whenever you're loading. It kept doing that, and the whole time I kept hearing my dad go, "Man, what the fuck?" Like we tried real hard to watch the game, bro, but it wouldn't connect to the game. So I got mad, and I was like, all right, I can't watch the game, then I'm gonna bring the game to me. It might not be who the Rockets are playing tonight, but hey, it's basketball, damn it.
Brooks is out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Cam Whitmore. Then it's Smith, and it's the great in at the point. And that one misses. Well, we talked about expansion. That has been floated around. We know that teams would have to realign. Shams, any ideas on which teams might have to shift with expansion in the East or West?
Certainly most of the potential expansion cities, the high-level ones, have been noted as teams in the West. Maybe you have a team out east that is in the West moving into the Eastern Conference. But the league could obviously surprise everyone with a different solution. Maybe having one expansion team be an Eastern Conference team, one being a West. There's several options that have in the NBA.
I would think New Orleans would be one of those teams, right? Just where they are geographically. Memphis, those 2 teams are in the West, and I could see them maybe going east. Possible?
Certainly Minnesota and Memphis. Those are 2 teams that, to me, have an Eastern Conference feel.
Here's Marshall. Following the score by Houston. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
That's become more the norm for Dinwiddie now, guys. He once was a poor long-distance shooter, but now he's made a big jump in that part of his game.
Now, here is Smith. He has yet to score. The great passes to Brooks. Whitmore with it. Shot clock at 6. Here's the great. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. The great's got the lead up to 8 now for Houston. Dallas shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Here now is Dinwiddie. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Irving passes to Marshall. Dinwiddie outside. There's the triple. That doesn't go either for Dinwiddie.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Pass to Whitmore. Here's the great. Just 5 to shoot. Smith with a screen on Irving. Houston needs to get a shot up. And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're here, we're talking NBA, we're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a 3rd hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me.
Shoot it.
You know the job is it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis, and the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours, but this is what we sign up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Ulrich. David?
Kevin, Kyrie Irving has teamed up with Luka Doncic. Guy says he's a winner. I'm a winner. We like going against the best. That's where we connect. It's about how we galvanize the rest of the group. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot. I've failed and succeeded at the highest level. And I want to get back to that place. Kevin?
Yeah, and if anybody can do it, it is Kai. Title or bust. Thank you, D.A. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Houston. Here's Grimes. Hasn't made one yet.
And, you know, guys, we've talked about Dinwiddie's height before. Well, he does a good job using that height with these strong finishes.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
Hey, props to Dinwiddie there. I mean, Spencer, the closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he is.
Here's Whitmore. Adams with the screen on Irving. Here's Whitmore. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Whitmore's got 12.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Dinwiddie in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
That was a bad pass. I knew I shouldn't have did that.
He's got 11.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Whitmore. And he bends in the
There we go. That's
Assists
better.
like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end. You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Here's the great. Drills it from outside. The great's got 6 here in this quarter.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Now, here is Irving. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Here's the great. His 3-pointers off the mark. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by Smith.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Eason with it. Adams sets the pick for Whitmore. Sinks the triple. Whitmore's got a pair of triples in the second now for Houston.
Oh, really strong outing from Whitmore. You see the potential for greatness.
Here's Dinwiddie, and he slams it one-handed.
That's a hard spot to be in as a defender now. Giving up that much height, very hard to protect the rim.
Rockets leading by 13. Here's the great. 12 points for him. Goes up on the wing. And it's Grimes with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that.
That ain't what I mean, bro.
So I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down. He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft.
You gotta get above a B.
On the perimeter, they can't stay so soft. They've got to get
I'm aiming to be a starter. I gotta get above a B. Because that's Fred VanVleet's teammate, dude.
Smith the pass to Easton.
Well, for this game, anyway.
Here's the great. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. They've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And some nice passing there by Houston. Pass to Eason. In the corner, Smith with it. Here's the great. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Marshall. Irving looking for an opening. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Smith outside. Pass to Whitmore. Here's the great. Smith the pass to Eason. Here's the great. Hands it from downtown. The great's got 21.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those.
I almost got a shot clock violation, so I don't know how I made it.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it.
That was
right now.
really close to a shot clock violation.
Pass to Eason. Now Whitmore, 17 points in the game, gets the 3-pointer to fall.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Irving, and there's the drive. Misses the layup.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Here's Eason. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. 11 points in the game. On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 20-7 run. Here's Eason. An easy 2 points on the layup. Eason's got 7 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And he gets the bucket.
He's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Pass to Whitmore. It's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains
Dude,
possession.
you couldn't catch that shit?
Come up.
Damn, Cam. Oh, damn. I did a simulation.
So a pretty lopsided
My
game.
first take.
Houston on top. They lead by 18. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Dallas Mavericks.
I don't see the fight. They're getting pushed around. You really see it on the glass.
They need some of that diesel energy in the paint.
They can use his size as well.
All right, now, still early on, but let's check out the Western Conference standings.
Looking at Dallas, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kim.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy here in this early part of the season.
What's going on, Kobe?
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Not much, man. Doing all right. How about yourself?
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. You have to like what we're seeing from Spencer Dinwiddie.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been
Wing along with Thompson. Big men on the floor for Emilio Washington and Gafford. And it's Doncic in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. They get it again. Pass to Washington. Here's Gafford. My goodness.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Green, no luck. Mavericks trail by 16. Here's Doncic. Doncic going to work.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Green, no luck.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And I'm also live on YouTube as well.
Pass to Doncic.
Those of you that come in or those of you that are watching,
Here's the 3.
you can find me on YouTube.
Sticking it from way outside.
My YouTube handle is Stay Blessed Gaming, and then the number 2. I'm not sure if there's a space in between Stay and Blessed,
Van Vliet looking
or if
around.
it's one word and then the number 2.
Back to Thompson.
But it should have a picture of my PS5, the way my PS5 looks.
Another miss by Houston.
Well, an awful beginning to this.
So those of you that are into YouTube, you can find me on YouTube as well.
Off the mark, get a chance to trim it to single digits. Rockets leading by 11. Pass to Brooks. Kicks it out to Van Vliet.